Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are here at Semi-Casual's giant warehouse, grabbing us a set of 8-inch, wait for it, active stacks for Brutus. These things are gonna be huge from DynaFlex. We've teamed up with these guys to get some amazing and awesome products on the truck here. And to start off, we're putting some stacks on it. So we're gonna get up to the shop, get to installing these boys. We've got to find some other little pieces while we're down here, and then we're gonna start tearing into Brutus and get some stacks on. So on top of the stack kit we've got right there, we've got to get the stack tops, and we've decided to go with a curved stack top. So we're gonna get 2 of these boxes right here and put them in the delivery truck. And there's one thing about DynaFlex products, right, is the packaging. So this big box you see right here is just one piece of a stack, right? And in that huge box is the rest of the kit. And as you see, we start pulling this stuff apart. You guys may or may not remember about a year ago when we toured DynaFlex factory, just the amount of packaging that goes into these things to make sure that chrome plating does not get scratched or disturbed. So crazy great packaging getting to you with no issues. All right, guys, first things first, let's get these tips off here and see what they look. Oh, shoot. Oh, that boy's thick. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Dang. Packaging if I've ever seen it. Oh, that's huge. You guys remember we've got 8-inch flat top DynaFlex stacks on the trailer tacks. You know, some curves. Active, these are real, they work. On this one, shoot. Boxes just keep getting bigger and bigger. Look at this. These are like the mid pipes, I think. The chrome spool is what it's called. Dude, look at how big this thing is. How do you even get in it? Massive.
Oh man!
Dude.
It's bigger than you.
Gosh. All right, we're gonna get the rest of this thing unboxed, laid out. We're gonna start ripping the old stuff off. We gotta move the DPF box forward. There's lots of work getting these stacks, these active stacks from DynaFlex put on here. All right, so first predicament we're gonna get into putting these stacks on is the DPF, and that box I just took off right there is right in the way. So the fact that the new exhaust that goes on comes right down and it would hit. So we've got these giant brackets right there made out of like huge, it's like, I don't even know, 3/8 plate at least right there, big stuff. And they're gonna move the DPF forward a little bit. And only concern is now is our cab panels may not fit. We may have to go to a different style. We're gonna find out here in just a minute. But for now, we're gonna get the factory stacks off this boy and get to moving the DPF forward. It's all gonna start happening really fast. Guys, this video is brought to you by DynaFlex Products. You can check them out at DynaFlexProducts.com. Products can be purchased through lots of other distributors like Semi-Casual, for instance. You can come right here, you can call them, order them online, or you can stop in, have them installed right here at Semi-Casual. But anyways, DynaFlexProducts.com, guys. We're gonna be putting a sick chrome intake kit on the trailer taxi very soon. So for now, let's get back to the video. All right, so we're getting down to snatching these factory stacks off. I've got 2 bolts here and a clamp up there, and this boy is coming off right now. Oh, oh, shoot. Oh. Come off there. Oh.
Got it.
Boom, dude, check that out.
Dang.
Anybody eat some stacks for breakfast? About $3,000 there from Peterbilt. Those would look good on something. Just not the Brutus here. So we're over to the driver's side now. I'm gonna get this stack off. Once we get this one off, I'm gonna show you these things mounted. This side has what's called a V-band clamp. The other side has a piece of flex pipe, which I think we removed with a nice, pretty piece of chrome from DynaFlex also. So let's get this side dropped off and get it out of here. I'm gonna do the easy side first. We're gonna go ahead and get the stack put on the driver's side here, see how it looks, then we're gonna go to the passenger side and do that side. Clear. Oh.
Whoa, buddy. Oh. RPG.
Big old bazooka.
Chrome one.
So our first round of new chrome parts right here. This is like a support bracket that bolts to the frame. Every single piece of DynaFlex parts has I think a serial number, I want to say, and the time it was manufactured. So if there's ever any warranty issues, they can look right at that part, or you can look at it and see how old it is, and they're, boom, helping you out right now. We're gonna get this factory part mounting bracket for the stacks unbolted, and we're gonna bolt this new one up, and we're gonna start hanging a chrome pipe over here. It's that freaking quick, guys. All right, folks, we got both of our mounting brackets that bolt to the frame on the frame. We've got our monster 8-inch elbow there. That thing is huge. I'm gonna throw some clips in here from when we visited the DynaFlex factory of their mandrel bender bending one of those things. It's crazy. This big machine with like a snake goes inside there and just bends it right around. We've got some bolts here with some clamps and some anti-seize. We're gonna get this clamp hung right here on this frame bracket, and then we're gonna start hanging some elbows in there. This thing's gonna look good. I'm freaking pumped. That's a big piece of pipe there.
Oh yeah.
That's big. Here we go. He's gonna pop it out of that mold. Boom. Big elbow. All right, here we go. That's gonna go right there. This rubber mount goes on the back. Our washer, lock washer, and a nut. Remember, we put anti-seize on here. My fingers are about to get all dirty and nasty, but that's okay. All right, one down. We're gonna get the other isolator-looking doohickey in there. So this goes inside the bracket just like that right there, and that slides on the back side. Some anti-seize. Get it tightened up. All right, guys, we just went to lunch, came back. Before we can get too much further on putting these elbows underneath the truck, we've got to remove this sleek cab panel which I have ready to come off now. This is one we put on when we were at 4 State Trucks, and it would have worked perfect had we kept the factory exhaust. I didn't know that whenever you put the bigger pipes on here, you have to move the DPF forward. So, and that's what the brackets are. You see the big brackets right there. We're talking about moving it forward. We've got to change the cab panel. So what we're gonna do is go back to the warehouse in the back, find a cab panel, work on sliding this DPF forward, and we'll reinstall another cab panel that's designed, because this piece right here is gonna be like 4 inches narrower. So if I swap all of our lights around, and we're gonna do that. But before we do that, we're gonna get our DPF slid forward right quick. All right, so I've got the DPF ready to drop down. It's got some really nice alignment, line-up bolts and stuff. So see if I can, it's kind of just like balanced on here. There we go, so it's going down. Oh, shoot. Well, I guess that's a good thing there's a new gasket that comes with this kit, so
Oh god.
that boy's no good.
Toasted.
Alright, so we want to get this thing dropped down and kind of out of the way, because we're going to be replacing this piece of pipe right here. That elbow right there is going to get replaced, and these brackets. So now we've got the DPF dropped out of the way. Ryan, I need you to climb underneath this here truck, and we're going to unbolt these from the back. We're going to put those new brackets on there now. Okay?
Okay.
All right, folks, we successfully have our DPF actually dropped down slightly and moved forward just a little bit. You see these great big heavy-duty brackets, and they're all mounted up on the frame. We're going to replace this factory pipe here that connects the down pipe off the engine to the DPF. because when we moved it forward and down, this factory pipe ain't gonna work. So you gotta see this one right here, a little bit different features going on there. So we're gonna get this one slapped in there. We're gonna go ahead and rehang that hanger there once we get it mounted up. But for now, let's get this thing installed. So DynaFlex supplies us with new, I call them exhaust gaskets, and there's lots of different, it's exhaust gaskets for this kit here. And we're gonna go ahead and replace them, slide that on the DPF side there. And then we've got a new one that goes right here onto the downpipe side. So we're gonna go ahead and install that one right there. Some people call them donut gaskets. There's all kinds of names for them, but get them all fitted up. We'll just go ahead and make sure that fits snug there. And yep, I had it right the first time. So that goes just like that right there. Just like so. We're gonna get our clamps ready to rip. And what I always do is just back these nuts off. This truck's already dirty because we've been working it. You guys know we did our login videos and stuff. Did that right there. Get this pipe set over that. I'm gonna put that clamp on right there. And then these are really nice. You can actually just hook it right over that without having to take and worry about this nut falling all over the place and stuff. So that just sets right in there. We'll screw that down by hand. And we'll get ready to put the other side on. So our DynaFlex pipe that connects our downpipe and our DPF is completely installed, all new gaskets. We've reused that factory hanger here. That's a good support. We got clearance everywhere between the engine and all that good stuff, so shouldn't have any fitment issues whatsoever. Now that we've got this thing all moved, we can start hanging exhaust pipes. I'm so excited. So let's go ahead and get the bracket hung right here. Actually, for that, we need to take a cutoff wheel. We've got to cut these pucks right here and get rid of this factory stack bracket, okay guys? So we got one from DynaFlex to install on here also. Pretty much everything to do with that factory exhaust is getting changed up and modified in some way for this kit for the exact fitment. There is no like cutting factory parts. We're reinstalling, to be honest, better than factory. So like these brackets right here are like cast iron. Those are solid steel plate. There's a lot better stuff. These factory Peterbilt brackets had water inside of them. Look,
Yep.
crazy. But putting nothing but the best on it. And that's how you remove your factory stack mounts. Get rid of them hucks. Okay, folks, I've got some upper mounts put on the truck here. We'll do a full rundown on the other side also. But we have their upper clamps that clamp the top of the stack to the mid pipe, or spool as they're like calling it. But this is just a really much nicer version of the factory. It adjusts in and out. There's some bushings up there holding it on also. We've got a jack here that the guys at Semi-Casual have modified to hold this pipe. We're gonna slide this thing right inside that clamp there, nice and easy, without tearing it up or scratching it. And set it on that jack. Get it slid in there real easy. Set it down on that jack and pick it up where it's level. Get this underneath it a little bit more. All right, now that we've got that bottom elbow in place, we've got our center spools here. These things are no freaking joke, guys. Look at that. That's a lot of pipe. Let's get this over there. We'll figure out which direction it needs to go in there. Now these have part numbers on them, so kind of want to make sure that they're facing the right direction. Alright, part numbers are on the bottom, facing the right way. Now I should get this thing put in there. Alright, so we got that side hung up and got a stack on, but now I know what I'm doing. This is a learning video for me and just showing you guys a quality stack kit for sure. We're gonna move on to this side and film the whole process. So you take this piece of flex pipe out here. Sorry, we're next to this loud highway. You know what? Let's go close that door right quick. So anyhow, while the door is closed, we're taking this piece of flex pipe out and replacing it with this solid piece of chrome plated 5-inch pipe here. And we're gonna slide it onto that Y pipe in there in the center. We've already got a clamp on there already that looks just like this. And we're gonna go ahead and put that one on there also. So what I'm doing is also leaving most of this stuff kind of loose. We're not tightening up completely because we want to be able to move some of this stuff around if we have to. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hang our bottom clamp down here, slide the bolts through these rubber bushings just like that. And like I said, we're leaving everything pretty much loosey-goosey so that we can tighten it up when the time's right, when we get all these stacks lined up. You know, half the job is literally installing them, the other half, and the most important half, is lining them all up straight with the cab so they don't look lopsided. I made that mistake with the Shredder Taxi and had both stacks kind of pointed outward, and I had to turn the clamps around. But I did it, and it looks great now. You know, everybody should be proud. We're putting real stacks on this truck here. Not fakes, not dummies. For all the dummies that hate it, we got real stacks going on. All right, that's all secured, ready to go. Let's open up our big elbow over here. This thing is huge. So here's our big 8-inch 90 for the passenger side. You can see it's got a little bit different style hookup there. The other side was a V-band, and this is just a 5-inch slip. So what we're gonna do is slip it right in.
Oh. Right in.
Oh. Come on, mommy. Line up. So this next piece of hardware we're slapping up here is the upper stack mount. You gotta press these bushings in here just like that. Get rid of that old hook rivet. It's all nice, high quality kit we got here. And then we're gonna take this right here. We got NECs on all these stainless bolts here. Press those up through there, just like that. Try not to drop it. Throw some washers up there. And then once again, we're gonna snug this up just barely with the impact in just a moment. So it's not flopping all over the place. We're gonna get our mid pipe put up here. And then get our upper clamp and then our upper stack. It's as simple and easy as that. All right, that's snug, but still movable. Let's get this mid pipe set in here, and then we will get the upper clamp put on and then the upper stack. Okay, it's a nice piece. I have ever said that before. This is a nice pipe.
It's as big as you
We
are.
did some upper body work today, boy.
Jeez.
All right, so part numbers to the bottom,
Oh.
right there. So we want to keep these boys at the bottom. Let's see if she'll slide in. Freaking hope.
Yeah.
So when we're installing these, I found that it's best to line the seams up. So right there's one seam right there. We've got the seam on the pipe right here where the part numbers are. So we're gonna set this thing in here just like that. Ooh. Ooh. Just like that.
Nuh-uh.
Just like that.
They went right in there.
Not too shabby, eh? Now, some people put like silicone and stuff like that on these pipes. There really isn't much of a need to put on the bottom, I feel. So we always put it on the top because the way the pipe fits down in here, if there was any depth or anything to drain back, it's going to drain back inside since the lip is on the outside. But on the top, the lip is on the outside, so that's reason to possibly build up around it. So we're going to put a bunch of silicone and stuff like that to seal that top pipe up. So up next, we've got this clamp here for the upper part of the stack. We're going to slide over it very carefully. It's pretty stout chrome, but we want to try to be as nice to it as possible. We'll put the pin here from the bottom so that nice DynaFlex Products is showing from the bottom there. I put a little bit of dielectric grease in here just to make this thing slide in through here a lot easier. Sometimes it gets a little stiff. Boom. Now I'll put a washer on top and this bastard of a clamp, I call them. They're a pain to get on and they don't ever come off. It's the murder clamp because it'll murder your fingers if you're not careful. We'll get some silicone sealant put on here and get the upper part of our stack put on. Then we go to aligning them, putting our DPF cover back on, putting a different style cab panel on. This thing's starting to look like a real truck with these real stacks. We got some Monster Lock.
Oh.
Black RTV silicone, makes quick custom replacement gasket, waterproof and weatherproof. Stops leaks on the spot for interior and exterior use. Permanently flexible from -60 degrees Fahrenheit to 450.
Jeez.
Dude,
That's
easy
stuff.
to use, RTV, room temperature, vulcanizing.
What's that last word?
Vulcanizing.
What does it mean?
It just vulcanizes the whole dang thing. It's like putting war paint on our monster stacks here.
Oh.
Shoot, old son, look at that boy.
Fresh.
Let's get her put on there. We're necking down to the last few pieces of this motorcycle going down the highway. Last few pieces of our DynaFlex kit. Like a glove.
Oh. Slick.
Now, what could possibly be the $1 million question is, does it line up with the other side that we already have on?
Oh.
So, I got this silicone smeared around the bottom here. Smeared on my pants for my wife Amber to find out. She's gonna get mad. And let's figure this out. My pants pulled over? Yeah. We called in professional Shockley here. And it's gonna help us get these stacks lined up. You know, last time we put stacks in Treader Taxi, he let me leave with crooked stacks, didn't say nothing.
Did I?
Yeah. You said that guy's lost too many of my sockets. I'm not helping him no more.
Oh. Call him out. Call him out when you can.
Oh boy. We're gonna get these things lined up perfectly straight. The tips are kind of adjusted close. We're getting some of this stuff done before it starts to dry on us. So we're getting close. This is kind of all they're gonna be, ain't it?
Looks good there. Yeah, not enough to move it.
Okay. One side down, you got the top clamp tight. It should be good there.
I didn't tighten it all the way just in case we need to turn this
Snug her up.
Do you like the stack right there?
I mean, it's good from your house. Close enough.
And it's coming this way a little bit.
That way.
Whoop, whoop. Right there. Whoop.
Oh, you messed it up.
That's good right there.
There we have it. Our DynaFlex stacks are 110% installed. We've got to get up there and polish them and clean them and all that good stuff before we just completely unveil it outside in the sun. For now, we've got another sleeper panel over here. We're going to get converted over, get all of our 3/4 button lights from TRUX out of the other panel, which there's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't work with a stack kit since we had to move the DPF further forward. You'll see right here, when I put them right next to each other, you see the width of this cover right here compared to that one right there. It's a good 4 or 5 inches. So let's take this one over there, test fit it before we put all these lights in there. We need to mark our holes where we can run the self-tapping bolts up into the cab. And then we'll start putting our lights in it. And then we'll get our DPF box cover put back on it. And you know what, it's so tempting not to put some really nice like 12 gauge customs, stainless, like complete box covers like put on the Treader Taxi. But I gotta remember, this is a work truck with 8-inch monster stacks on it.
Oh.
All right, let's do this right here. That right there. Like that. That goes right there just like that. I think it might fit. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Just look at it. All right, so we get too much further. I think that goes inside. I think. Yes, it goes inside. No, it don't. It goes. I don't know. You know what? Let's go investigate. So we got the panel we got from Four State Trucks. There's nothing wrong with it, guys. It's just not going to work for this kit. We've got it off and all the light stripped out of it. And over here, we've got this other panel. We would have got one from Four States, but we were just running a little behind. We need to get this thing done. I didn't realize they had to change them for this exhaust. No big deal. So I recommend if you do one of these exhaust kits, do a little bit of research so you put the proper cab panels on it before you do the exhaust, or if you do everything at once, you'll know what's going on. But thankfully you can get just this one single piece from 12 gauge. So that's what we did. We've got it all pre-wired here, ready to go. We're gonna head to the house. Wife's got dinner cooked, and we're gonna come back tomorrow, hook some connectors on each end right here, put our DPF cover box on, and this thing will pretty much be ready to freaking rip. We've got some other parts coming to extend the stainless right here onto the hood, on the lower cowl side of the hood. We've got some stainless trim to go on the fenders. I'm not sure if we'll get that put on in this video, but it is coming. It's gonna look freaking good, guys.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't already, before you X out of this video, when it's over with, you should check out DynaFlexProducts.com. Check them out on Instagram at DynaFlex_USA. All kinds of cool products there. And you can purchase the stacks and put on this truck right here at Semi Casual. Come by here, have them installed, all kinds of stuff, or order whatever style you need. But for now, we're gonna head to the house. Be back here tomorrow. We'll get this cab panel put on. And we're back. So, well, we haven't gone home yet. Don't forget to go to BruceWilsonShop.com. We're counting down the days to get entered to win our mini excavator. Ends August 4th at midnight, guys. You have like 4 days left to enter. Don't forget to go get your Buy Tractor hats, t-shirts, business expense. We've got some fresh new t-shirts. The DOT Who and the Left Lane Gang cab over t-shirts are on the website, guys. You should go grab you some of those. They're freaking sick. See y'all in the morning. All right, folks, we're back up here this morning. The guys are getting the shop ready for the truck show. We're getting the heck out of their way before we get canceled. I mean, before they get mad. Last few things we're doing, got this panel mounted up on here. We're gonna have to do a rough clean on the truck still. We gotta get the DPF cover put back on. For now, I'm getting the lights all wired back in. And we're gonna get this thing out of the shop. And this stack kit install is complete. Now for the final piece. If we did everything right, this should slide back into its home. We'll find out. This could be a big if. This ain't looking good so far, isn't it?
No. That's not. What the heck?
What the heck? So our professional consultant, Shockley, said that we need to loosen all the bolts back here and let it, the DPF kind of just like sit down. So we're gonna do that and let it roll forward a little bit and see what happens.
Drop that box inside.
So, Semi-Casual has a fix for this. The reason we're having to do this is because we put this lower, what do you want to call this thing? Cab panel on here with the lights in it. If you would have kept the original one, there wouldn't have been any fitment issues. So they make these brackets here that bolt right here, just like that, and it drops this whole heat shield down a few inches. So we're gonna put these on all 4 mounting spots right here. get this thing all dropped down. All right, now that that is out of the way, I want to say we're going to put these boys back on here, I think. Just like that. Bolts on the sides. And we're going to tighten it up and then bolt this back in place. Simple as that. All right, so we got our drop brackets in there. We had to cut a couple mounts for the old heat shield that would have been there. We took out. We'll get these bolts tightened up, snugged up. Hopefully we can get our DPF cover on here and get the flock out of this shop, because these guys are getting ready for the truck show. And we need to get the heck out of their way. There we have it. This thing is, oh, we got to tighten the DPF up still. Let's do that. All right, now it's all on there and tight. Now we can try to put the cover on. All right, baby, you're going in your home today. Uh-oh, it's sliding over. Oh no, look at that. We have another issue.
What? Oh.
Great. Dude.
It's a little tight.
I know. A little too tight. What if we slot our holes out on the DPF cover just a little bit? That would work. Because the stack is perfectly straight. We don't really want to mess with that anymore. So let's see. The bottom bolt holes will line up. It's just the top. So we need to pull it back off one more time, I hope, and open these up just a little bit so we can slide it down. All right, let's do this. Well, guys, there we are, completely and 100% installed. You can see there's like a 1/4 inch there. Maybe once we dry the truck and it shakes around, these stacks kind of move, we'll be able to adjust them around a little bit. But for now, that's just how close it's going to be. And this stack is pretty dang even all the way up. So we don't really want to mess with it too much, but looks good for my house.
Yeah.
Shout out to DynaFlex Products, guys. Check them out at DynaFlexProducts.com. If you have any questions, you can drop me an email, shoot them an email. It can be bought here at Semi Casual or Fitzgerald Peterbilt, installed on any of your trucks. Just really nice stacks. Like, man, it's nothing front to back in this kit that we were missing. The stuff you've seen us have to modify here had almost everything to do with the style of cab panel we got. If we would have stuck with the really skinny one that was on here, or the factory style, there wouldn't have been any issues. But we decided to change all that, so that's why we had to do some modifications over here. If you call up Semi Casual, say, hey, I want some 8-inch monster stacks like what was on Bruce's truck, they will get you all the necessary brackets to drop, move, and do all the stuff you need to do with the DPF. So, like what we just did, custom stuff is never easy, guys, but this is about as easy as it gets to getting a stack kit with everything you need. So check them out, like I said, too. We'll put links in the description to DynaFlex and Semi Casual's YouTube. They've put a ton of these kits on these trucks. They're getting ready for the truck show, and I've got a sneak peek for you guys. What'll be at the truck show? Let's walk out here and check it out. So right here, to only be seen at the Semi Casual truck show this Saturday, is the brand new Peterbilt 589, yet to be released, guys. It just got shipped in from Denton specifically for the show here. You guys do not want to miss this show. There are all kinds of really cool trucks showing up. PDI is here. We're going to be doing some cool stuff with them this week. But man, look at that, 589 Peterbilt, guys. They're not even available to ship yet. They're not even building them yet. These are just sneak peeks of these trucks. I love them. I think we're going to order a pink one for Amber. What do you guys think? All right, y'all, it's go time. Ready to hear these monster pipes? It's funny, all the people on Instagram, everywhere, Facebook, have posted previews of this. Can't wait to hear it. It's an emissions truck, guys. Even with active stacks, there's no sound. You sound like a vacuum cleaner. Ready? Clear prop.
Whoa!
Oh, shoot. Oh boy. All right, we've had our fun. Let's get this thing back out of the shop. There's some guys out here cleaning and detailing trucks. Yeah, this thing's gonna look so much better stacked, no doubt. did make a massive difference. I was kind of keen on keeping the factory little short stubbies, but these aren't as tall as I was thinking they would be, right? I mean, they're tall, they're not like overdone. I think it's a nice, clean look. I'm happy with it. Comment down below, guys. What do you think? Should we went with a different stack? Are you happy with these curved out stacks we went with? I think that was the best option we could have went with. I almost went to the old school, the OG stacks where they had like the metal shrouds around them and stuff like that. But I was just like, I think this is a better fit. 8-inch monster stacks, boy. All right, guys, so this thing is still a little dirty. We know that. We're getting ready for some detailers to come in and do some detailing. I'm gonna polish the grill, headlights, and all that stuff. We've still got some chrome trim to go around the fit. A few other little nice touches before the truck show. We'll do like the final reveal here at the truck show. We've got something that no one is expecting. You guys are gonna wanna be here. You don't wanna miss it. But shout out to DynaFlex USA once again for getting these stacks on the truck. They look freaking sick. I love them. Same thing we got on the Treader Taxi. We're gonna end up putting some stacks on This Is Expense out back shortly. I'm super pumped about that. We're gonna hit the road and we are headed north to pick up the Treader Taxi up in Indiana from Alliance Truck Group. The interior is done. You guys are gonna love that video coming next. We got bangers every day this week. Now keep in mind, the video, truck's still dirty, guy. Stack's a little dirty. It'll be pretty and polished from here on out, I promise. But had to get this thing out to you guys, see we did something about them ugly factory stacks. See y'all later again.